There is something very, very easy to understand for us about the Stabat Mater, Mary standing beside the cross, Mary standing by her son, Mary loving her son all the way up to the end. Mary, the figure of Mary standing by the cross, is a figure of someone who fills up whatever is lacking in the sufferings of Christ. As St. Paul was saying, we all need to stand by the Lord. It is interesting to see sometimes when I go to the mall, what I love since I'm a student of human behavior for the longest time as a counselor. I love to observe families when they are together. And first I have to begin by saying that I seldom see whole families going to church together in our times. I seldom see families watching movies together. First and foremost, the young people don't watch movies anymore. They watch in their gadgets. So, papunti na lang ang napupunta sa mga sinehan ng mga bata para manood ng sine. Pag ako'y nanood ng sine, the last one was Oppenheimer. And the one before that was years ago. But when I saw Oppenheimer that I did not finish, ang haba pala, puro mga thunders ang kasabay ko. Lahat ay mumunguya. No, meron silang mga inunguya na hindi ko alam kung ano. Noong araw kasi pagkasinihan, ang mga bata ang katabi mo at palakpakan pa pagkatapos ng sine. Ngayon, ang mga bata ay kanya-kanyang palakpak sa kanilang iPad o gadget. So, standing by, when there are families who are close to one another, you see it in their body language. They are attached and they are attuned. Attachment and attunement. You may be attached, but you may not know what your mother is thinking of. You may love your sons and daughters, but if you are an absentee father, you don't know their interests. I know somebody who, I was counseling him many years ago. At 18 years old, he was crying bitterly because his father was absentee. And during his birthdays, every time his birthday would come around, he would give him the same toy that he used to give, more or less the same, when he was 5 or 6 years old. The young man, was crying because he realized that his father may be attached to him, but he was not attuned. Hindi niya alam kung ano ang pangangailangan ng kanyang anak. The mother who stood by the cross is a mother who was attached and attuned to her son. And that is a telling lesson for all of us about love and devotion and commitment. You cannot say you are committed when you say, one of you here was telling me a story about Don Bosco Makati. And this boy, 18 years old, came to the tindahan ng mga uniform. And then the boy took 4 or 5 sets of uniforms. And then when it comes to payment time, the one in charge, the cashier, said, paano ang bayad nito? And the young man said, well, I have money in my wallet, but this is not for this. This is not for the uniforms. So how are you gonna pay? And he didn't know what to do. He had thousands of pesos in his wallet. But he said his mother told him, he was abroad, not to spend it on any other thing except essentials. And that's food and baon and things like that. But not for uniform. So when the cashier said, so how are you gonna pay for this? This is, we paid for this. It's not like it's consignment. We already bought it. And that young man went away crying, and he was kicking the walls of the store. He was kicking and ranting and raving, angry and sad. He didn't know what to do. That boy is pitiful. He was not attached. He was not attuned. Hindi marunong sa buhay. Noong mga bata kami, grade 3 pa lang kami, marunong kami magsahing. Marunong na kami, alam na namin, lagi namang sukat pare-pareho yun, di ba? Marunong kami magsiga, marunong kami magsindi ng kalan, sapagkat wala pang mga La Germania at mga kung ano-anong mga pinipindot, no? Tsaka yung mga push buttons. Ang mga bata ngayon, 18 anyos na, hindi malaman, magtatatambaw, hindi alam ko anong gagawin sa buhay. Bakit? Wala akong magulang. Standing by the cross, this is the epitome of what love is. When you are standing by somebody who is in pain, you are a person of compassion and mercy. You're a person of love and devotion and commitment. If kapag ka nakakita ka ng taong nagdurusa and you look the other way, you are not a compassionate person. And the Blessed Mother tells us what it means to be a good person, a good mother. You have to stand by your son. You don't walk ahead, you don't walk behind, you stand by the person you love. Stabat Mater. Mary stood by the side of the cross out of love for her son and out of love for her sons and daughters, and that is us. This is the reason why the Catholic Church has always preached the need for a devotion. You know, you need to have a mother. Kung ikaw ay naniniwala sa Diyos at isinasantabi mo ang mahal na Birhen, you have to ask me as a counselor, how is your relationship with your mother? Because if your relationship with your mother is insecure, avoidant, or nakalimutan ko yung ikatlong uri, then you cannot love the figure of Mary as mother. Then if you have a problem with your father and you're not attached and attuned to your father, you will not enjoy it when I preach about God the Father. You need to have a father and a mother. You need to be attuned and attached. You need to stand by them, stand with them, suffer with them, and feel their pain and feel their joy. And that is what it means to be human. Our call is to humanize the world, not just to believe in dogma. We need to be better people. And how do you become better persons? You need to be patient, compassionate, forgiving, merciful, attached and attuned to people in pain. Only those who have suffered can understand the pain of others and what they are undergoing. And when you have accepted your pain and kept it inside your heart and lived it and lived through it, and you are able to accept it even in gratitude to a God of mercy and compassion, then you are a good person and you can stand by the cross.